Yeah, so our very first building was actually Shaun's house and a storage unit, but besides Shaun's house. Then we worked out of that for a few months and we said, hey, look, we really need a space to our own. We got enough customers. Let's go ahead and branch out. So we got this building, which was about 3,000 square foot, 2 offices. We had to build out the entire inside, but the nervousness was, can we actually afford it? The building didn't scare me. What actually scared me was getting our first 2 employees.
You know, moving into this, obviously, it's always, you know, risk is a muscle, and this was just another step, kind of like the South Street thing and the $99 a month. This was another test and another workout to your wrist muscle. And I remember moving in here, you know, it took Morgan a lot of conversation with me to get me to agree to it. And then I remember when we moved in here, me and his offices were the very top ones, and they did not have heat and they did not have AC. And in the summertime, that's terrible, but in the wintertime, he would complain, but I would wear like 3 coats, and I'm just doing bills in there and ordering windows and things like that. But I remember we did hire our first employees here, and there was times that we did struggle, and I remember having to call the landlord here and say, hey, we need 90-day extension because we can't afford the rent here. And that in business, you only lose if you quit, and that was a big lesson I learned in that time, because like we've come up with against so many trials and tribulations, and what we figured out, resiliency together. I'm so blessed to have him as a business partner in that aspect, is because we've always learned, no matter what you go up to face, as long as you don't quit, you're not going to lose.
Yeah, we actually have a saying now that every time it gets hard, we get a little bit stressed, we'll look at each other and kind of crack up, because we'll be like, you know what we know we're going to do? We're going to figure it out. so having the first 2 employees, it built, when he says resiliency, it builds a complete different thickness to your skin, because you're starting to build other lives into your life. And it's one thing about taking risks with us, but it's like now you're taking on someone else and their families, and you got to make sure that you're coming through, especially when you're a small town value type of guys, because you are, I mean, our actual first employee was my cousin. Yeah. So it's like you're bringing on that family atmosphere. You're like, I don't want to affect her paying her bills or him paying his bills. It's a different dynamic for sure, and it's a lot of risk.
And we talk about being a close-knit family now. Go back to then. We were all family. We all did everything together. I remember on Wednesdays at around anywhere from 9 to 11, the truck would come, and the truck would back in here, and everybody would stop what they're doing inside, and they would come and we would all unload the truck together. Some employees really didn't like that, but me and Morgan were down there, and it was exciting to us, because that means, hey man, orders are coming in, we're gonna be able to do installs and things like that. And it was such a different dynamic in this building, because you talk about, you know, being a family and being, you know, one company. You're in there together in the trenches.
You're making calls together. I mean, we're unstopping toilets together.
Yeah, we're doing everything.
We're fixing everything. We're freezing together. We're overheating together.
We're throwing footballs together at lunch.
Yeah, so you really got, I mean, when we first started, we had 2 employees. We built out the back side of this to have our first call center, which had 4 slots in it. You know, and coming here, going to the next spot, and then being in Mount Pine right now, and now we're potentially building what we're building. You know, we're looking at the next 3 years having, you know, going from 2 employees to 4 to 7 to hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years, 700. So
it's awesome.